We're going to take time out today to talk about fears. What fears haven't you faced? What fears are you running from? The next page in the journal talks about 10 minutes to face fear. Give yourself just 10 minutes today to really think about what fears you have and how it can be affecting you in your day to day, how it could be affecting your life right now. And it can affect your future down the line. Because if you don't face them, if you don't talk about them, write them down, work through them, they will eat at you and they will linger for years to come. So, this 10 minutes to face fear page really talks about old fears that you have, things that hold you back. What are you doing to overcome them? Are you trying to overcome them, or are you trying to suppress those fears? Are you trying to hide them? Maybe from your partner, your family, or yourself. You don't want to face them, right? So, guys, get into the journal. We are on page 7. We're actually on page 7. So get into the journal and go to the 10 minutes to face fear page. It's the transformation journal. The link is in my bio, guys. So we're going to get started. The first box says, one old fear you are so ready to put behind you. What does that look like for you? One old fear you are so ready to put behind you. It could be a thought, something that somebody else put in your head. What is it that you are ready to let go of? You no longer want it to hold you down, to weigh you down. Write that down and go into detail. That's why the digital journal is great. You can adjust the text size as you type so that everything you need to put in the box is in the box. You can go in and erase it and change, maybe you thought of one and you're like, no, that's not really it. You really have to deep dive, guys, into what is holding you back on this one, right? What do you want to put behind you? So the next box says, what fear is holding you back? What in what way is this fear holding you back from whatever you're trying to do today? You could be trying to travel more, spend more time with family, move abroad, make more money, start a business. And what way is this fear that you have that you spoke about? How is this holding you back? Just write down those things. These could be bullet points, really. It doesn't have to be a whole paragraph. You can just write down bullet points. Write down my business, my family time. This, like, these things is holding me back from that. This fear is holding me back from these things. Okay. And now the next box says, what is one way your life will be improved by overcoming it? So if you were to overcome this fear that you said that you're ready to put behind you, right? If you were to overcome this fear, how will your life change today? If you were able to overcome it in one day within this 10 minutes, how would it improve your life right now? What would that look like for you? You know, and this part is really going to take some thought, because you have to visualize and really believe that you can face this fear, and that on the other side of this fear is greatness. It's something that you've always wanted, right? So the next box says, what is one final thing you would do if you could step out from behind your fear? So instead of hiding behind it, what is one final thing you would do if you could step out from behind your fear? Would you book that trip? Would you apply for that passport? Would you apply for that new job? Would you pick up your phone less so you can be more present? Would you, it doesn't have to be anything huge. The fear could be holding you back from losing weight. you know it could be, would you stop going to the store and buying those things that you know for sure is gonna stop you from getting to your goals? Would you take the time to do that 10-minute or 15-minute exercise in the morning or the evening or both, you know, in order to improve your life and overcome this fear. You have to step out from behind your fears. Don't hide behind them. Face them. And that's what we're doing today. So the last box says, what is one very small step you can take toward that first thing? I'm sorry. What is one very small step you can take toward that first thing? Meaning the thing that you would do if you could step out from behind that fear. So what's one small step that you can take toward that one thing, right? If you could get from behind that fear today, right now, right? What is one small step that will get you there? You step from behind the fear. Now you're moving past it. You're walking away from it. What's the first step you're going to take? It doesn't have to be a huge step. This says one very small step, guys, that you would take toward that first thing. For example, I chose not to eat my favorite snack today. I might eat it tomorrow. I might make the decision because it's all about decisions, right? I might make the decision to eat it tomorrow. But today, one small step I'm taking, I'm not going to indulge in that snack. I know it's here, it's in the house. I should have never bought it, but I'm not going to eat it, right? I'm going to leave that alone. Instead, I want to put on this 15-minute video, this workout video, and I'm gonna work out for 15 minutes. I'm gonna get on the treadmill for 30 minutes while my show is on. What's one small step? Are you gonna apply for that EIN, that LLC? You know, what is one small step that you are willing to do? Okay. And so really deep dive into these questions, guys, so that you can get the best answer and don't hide anything from yourself. This is not the time to sugarcoat anything. That first part of that question is one old fear you are so ready to put behind you. So this has to be the one. This has to be the fear that you really feel like is holding you down, holding you back. Be honest with yourself here. This is not anybody but about anybody else but you. This is your journal. This is your transformation. That's why I called it the transformation journal. This is your journal. Almost like a diary. This is for you to digest, to dissect what's really going on in your mind on a day to day, what's going on in your body, you know? So deep dive into it, take the time for yourself, and really be honest with yourself.